So guys, welcome to the first chapter of the NFX trading or trading NFX mentorship and course. I decided to make the first chapter about psychology just because in my 5 years of experience, this is the single thing that have brought me success and to the level that I am today. Currently, July to 2023, I'm trading $3.5 million in funded accounts, which is not that much once you think about it. It's a nice capital to trade with, but you can only trade 10%. So that's more likely 350,000 that you can risk. So that's still a good amount, but for most people, but it's, again, you have to respect the rules. But the point and the reason the course and the reason I want to teach you guys is because this amount of funding and this amount of money can change your life. So I've saw actually in my once I became profitable, once I started to make good money, once I started to hit consistent 10k months, your life really changes depending on where you live. If you live in the US, that might not be enough, but for everyone else who lives in Europe or other countries, that's life-changing money, because with $10,000 or 10,000 euros a month, you can really have a good life. You can put some money aside. You rent a nice apartment for, let's say, 2,000 a month. You can buy a nice car, lease it, have another 1.5k, 2k monthly payments, then 2 or 3k more for your living expenses, holidays, shopping, all of that. 10k is enough for a lot of people. However, depending on what you want in life, for me, I want to hit bigger levels, so that's why I decided to go for bigger capital, because I want to stick to the same percentage gain. So, why psychology and mindset? Because, as I said, this is what brought me to have success. I started to study psychology ever since I was 16, so I'm 24 today. That was almost 8 years ago. 8 years that passed really fast, to be honest, but the thing that really made a difference, and I talked about this quite a lot in my interviews, podcasts, is the fact that I discovered early on, I was lucky, I discovered that psychology is the first thing I need to work if I want to be successful in the future. Of course, when I was at that age, I didn't know I was going to trade. I didn't even know trading exists. But I knew that if I want to reach that certain level and make a lot of money, I need to develop my psychology first. So at first, I read a lot of books. I was reading 3-4 books a month. I did that for 2 years. But again, it depends on what books you're reading. Because if you're reading the mainstream books made by, let's say, Tony Robbins or Robert Kiyosaki, those books are just made to sell you stuff. So it's good to read 1 or 2 of them, because after that you discover the information just repeats itself. So it's a good start to read business books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, any book that's written by Tony Robbins, by the ones I said. But it's more important to read psychology books. Why? Because once you understand how the mind works, you can program it to make you successful. So the way you program it is you visualize yourself how you look in, let's say, 5 years. So you can do this exercise. You can basically close your eyes, meditate a little bit. If you don't know how to meditate, there's a lot of tutorials online. Close your eyes and imagine where you want to be in 5 years. Then you need to see yourself in 5 years. So let's say I'm watching myself in 5 years. I'm making 150 to 200k a month, right? I'm very successful. I maybe have my own family. But how am I as a person in 5 years? What's my